Okay, but that was me talking right into the mic. So I don't know if I'll be able to keep that up.
The light shall bring victory.
The deck list is right on the side. It's in the screenshot, so it should be easy to find. Against Warrior, you know, I'm actually gonna. I just want to cycle a lot for this deck for Twilight Drake, so I'm gonna keep both the Powered Shield and the Cleric. I feel like there's a decent amount of like Pirate Warrior right now, and they're running the 1/1 Pirate, which I'd like to have the Cleric against. Otherwise, say passes here. I will wait till turn 2 to play Cleric because I don't want to open it to Fire War Axe.
Are you my master?
Okay, so this is Cthulhu Warrior, and hopefully my deck is greedy enough to beat it because I have 2 extra like big threats in Twilight Drake. Even though I'm taking out some of my 5 and 6 drops potentially, Twilight Drakes are really high value cards. Even though they're only 4 mana, they have a lot of life, and I can heal them. I also have double Thought Steal, still have 1 Shifting Shade. Curators have a good shot at just turning into a Shade. It seems this is fairly safe right now. He doesn't have a Fire War Axe or he wouldn't have executed my guy. So I mean, I'm happy with that North Shard Cleric bait soaking up and execute. Yeah, I know Twilight Drake is so good now, there's no more L. Like, I hate how Priest, like, you just play Showered Pain and you just try to fight him, really run out of cards, and it makes your combos inconsistent, so I like running a lot of Cycle again and just running Twilight Drake on 4. Actually, I didn't get this list or anyone, but I played someone in ladder who was running, I don't know, who was running Twilight Drake, and I thought it was really cool. So I'm gonna like credit to him, but I don't really remember who it was. So I guess I haven't really played this deck list too much right now for Elise. Generally though, Elise, there's not a lot of control decks right now in the meta, and I don't think this deck has a hard time beating Control Warrior right now, so we'll see. Plus the slot I was thinking of for Elise was the Shifting Shade, and I feel like Shifting Shade is a pretty greedy card too, and it helps me cycle the card. Like Elise and Shifting Shade are somewhat similar in some ways. They both help against control.
Embrace the void.
I figure against Control Warrior I have 2 Curators, which can very easily get more Shifting Shades. 1 Shifting Shade, 2 Thought Steals. Thought Steal isn't that great against Warrior sometimes, but it depends. I think Thought Steal is really good against Paladin, like Enzoth Control Pally, though, and against Reno Lock. But Warrior, sometimes you get things like Execute and Shield Slam, which aren't too great in the value game.
I wonder.
Welcome to the exhibit.
I don't believe it's worth it to execute evil and then say either Thought Steal or heal my own guy. Basically trading execute evil for what, one of his, basically like a small guy at this point.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
That's still a pretty good situation. I killed the one on the right, just in case, like, 1 in a million chance I entomb the Twin Imps. It's better to entomb this guy in case, like, I don't really know, in case I somehow get Cthulhu cards from Thought Steal and then I can play a bigger Twin Imps. It's like 1 in a million, but I don't see a reason why I should kill his guy on the left, because I mean, I'm not expecting him to run Brewmaster or anything. I'm not using Entomb here though. For now, I always need to save Entomb for Cthulhu. Like, I don't think Death is good against Cthulhu because of... What is it because of? It's because of Doomcaller.
I wonder.
If I attack here, and then he whirlwinds down my 4-1, then he has a 4-1 against a 4-5. I mean, next turn I'm gonna have to attack anyways. It's just I could like only attack next turn instead of this turn. I think I'm gonna go for it. Kind of getting low with 20, so I might need to attack here and then attack something else with the Karen or other way around. I don't want to take too much more damage. The other way would be a slower way to play. Will you ever play some Cthulhu Druid? I don't really like Cthulhu Druid just because it feels like it's too one-dimensional. Like, you just play out your dude every turn. I mean, I know that's probably oversimplifying it, but he did a big trade on Karen, got it. Because I guess it's like, because I traded. I don't know if you could have done it if I didn't trade, but I don't know if it's a big deal. So I could draw 3 cards here. I risk some like fatigue situations. I mean, I kind of want to pyro anyways, and at that point I might as well cycle. I feel it's all or nothing. Like, I could have taken a line where I only draw 2 cards instead of 3, but it does seem like even if I do this, it's hard to win the true fatigue. Yeah, it definitely feels like an all or nothing situation. King has 4 cards left, it's hard to hold back my onslaught. Plus, it's not like, if I go hard on this, he has to cycle 2, maybe Acolytes and this stuff, and I have 2 Entombs. It's not like I automatically lose to fatigue either. I just want to have a higher chance of pressuring him. I didn't really mess up with his thoughts, so I mean, I kind of roped out, but I wouldn't have thought stolen anyways. I don't want a pyro. I don't want another pyro proc. The reason why I healed this was because of Ravaging Ghoul. There's also Execute for this guy, but I'm not too sure. I guess the way I feel is Execute's gonna get good value regardless, probably, but Ravaging Ghoul, not so much. I got his Cthulhu. Well, I got a Cthulhu.
Right away.
Okay, so 5 power is not enough on board. I need more power on board right now. Let's do this.
Right away.
Because I don't want to drag this game too slowly. I risk since I've drawn so many cards, I'm going to lose the fatigue. And I do want to pressure, even if I get brawled. Like, if I only have 5 power on board, it's going to be 4 next turn after he kills Northshire. Hero powers 2 every turn. Especially if he plays Just cards, he's going to get 4 every turn anyways. So I think around, like, 2 medium minions is what I want on board. I don't want to commit 3 medium minions, but I feel like 1 medium-sized minion is too little. And, like, if we just stall out the game, you know, eventually I'm gonna fatigue out. And I have 10 cards in my hand, or close to 10. I can't really thought steal because I have too many. What is this move? Setting up for Gorehell? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 cards in my hand. I guess I just go face and pass because I don't want to play anything else anymore. I can't even heal that, but if he does Gorehell, we have Harrison Jones. That allows us to develop another threat on board. We can't really heal this, so we're going to mill ourselves.
That belongs in a museum.
Probably have to play something else here because I'm full. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Okay, I have to play this. Gonna be weak to brawl, but because I have like 3 high dam, 3 medium-sized minions. I kind of count this as a medium-sized minion because it does 3 damage. His Cthulhu is at 16 right now, and I'll entomb it after he plays it, so I can't Doomcaller it. Okay, lucky me, I have something left over.
Welcome to the exhibit.
A new recipe.
I have 2 Cthulhu's in my deck. If I play Cthulhu minion, does it buff both? It should buff both of them. At least they each do 6 damage, like our arcane missiles to the face. We can try this Thought Steal first. See if we get some Cthulhu cards. I only played Zoo once and I won. Played like Twilight Drake and a Holy Nova or X Evil.
Let me change your mind.
Okay, 2 mid-range minions again on board. Cabal, it's like, I'm gonna just have to play it. I have 2. It's not easy to steal minions. Maybe I'll steal the taunt eventually, maybe he'll play around it. I mean, I still have 1. I do need to play out some stuff though, so I can go ahead and play Thought Steal. I have 9 cards. Thought Steal will give me 10, but then I have to realize that Shifting Shade is on board as well. Interesting. I guess I'm playing on Ravaging Ghoul. He's also in Revenge range, but it doesn't really change anything to heal anything against Revenge. This is, well, maybe against this, but still doesn't die to Revenge. So my Cthulhu's won't be gigantic this game. I think I'd rather play the Ravaging Ghoul there to bait out this guy, the Brawl, and then play Bran after. If our Bran sticks, we have Cthulhu, Bran Cthulhu. What if we just Cthulhu here and start pressuring? It feels weird to go ahead and make the Bran move first. Bran just card trade. I guess tempo can't be that big of a thing. And I could miss. 6 is not like that guaranteed. Setting up Jessica also gives me like Alkanai for 4. Now Bran Jessica doesn't do anything, it's just I'm setting up Bran and Jessica just to develop the minions. And to develop Bran for Cthulhu, it makes it 12 damage. And Jessica is a 6/3, so it does a lot of damage. He might bash it though, but...
What now?
I have no time for games.
Okay, well that's getting... And actually, you know, he's just dead, right? 7. Okay, I'm 1 damage off. Did I just go for it? Actually, no, it's lethal because it's 100% lethal. It doesn't really matter what it steals, right? He only has 10 life. I have 12 Cthulhu damage.